Hey guys, I just thought I'd do this quick demo as to what I've showing what I've been doing in Unreal in terms of making some Previs. This is a level I've made for a film that I've written and that I want to develop, and I've started in my spare time doing it. It's a World War I thing. Here we are. This is the ridge. There's some barriers here. I've got a little trench set over here. There's only one or two shots in this area. Everything else is over here. This is a level built in Unreal from assets I spent maybe 20 quid on this texture pack for the roads and the muck and the dirt and everything. 15 quid on these military assets, barbed wire and things like that from the period. These trees and stuff were all free, and the fancy water plane was a few quid, and the explosions were a bit more expensive, but they're worth it. So this is currently just a level. There's no active sequence, as you can see it says here. So I'm going to make a new folder for this sequence, call it demo, and I'm going to make a new animation level sequence. All sequences are essentially the same, but they can be nested. So you can have a sequence that's a sequence of shots, or a sequence that's just a shot, but it's called the same thing. It's a touch confusing maybe. I'm just going to shot 01. I'm going to open that, and now this is the sequencer. So in my content, which is here, I just need a few things for this little sequence of shots that I'm going to do. The first thing I need is my truck, which cost me £2, not even £2, for the Maya model, and then I've rigged it so that it can actually be played in the game like this, and you can record this motion if you want to. But you can see here in front of me, that's the one that I've just stuck on the level. In the sequence that we're going to do now, it doesn't get driven; it's just static. So that's that. And in the previous shots, it was kind of like that. That's fine. We've also got a character. The characters are downloaded straight from Mixamo. This is Soldier Steve. I've already realised I've made an error with that truck. Soldier Steve and the truck as well, they need to come into the sequencer before they go out into the level. So there's Soldier Steve, and I just grab my truck again. So the truck goes down there, and then it appears at the origin, which is over there, and then we put it into the level. If you don't do that, then you end up with the things just in every shot, which is fine. So if it goes in every shot, it goes into the level first. Or if it's shot specific, it goes into the sequence first. So all that's going to happen is Steve is going to run across. He's dropping ammo off. The ammo's in the back of the truck, and he's dropping it off at the ammo dump, which is this here. He's just dropped some ammo off, so he's going to be running back. And what's going to happen is there's explosions going off the whole way down here because the place is under heavy shelling. So the explosion's going to be going off all the way down there. I'm going to add those later. But there's going to be one goes off right overhead, which is going to fall down. The shrapnel of which is going to fall down. It's going to hit him in the arm. So I've got my soldier and I've got my truck in my sequencer. So the first thing I need to do is animate my guy. So I'm going to put a keyframe on him here, and he's going to run. I'm going to set this to 24 frames a second. He's going to run over here. So already he moves. He's just a sliding guy, and then we add an animation track to him. He's going to be running, so I just type in run. These are all animations that have come straight from Mixamo. No messing around. These are just, everything here is straight downloaded from Mixamo. So I think this run is probably good. Let's have a look. It's probably good. And you just drag that out there. There he goes. hopefully it's already clear as to exactly how powerful this really is. This is so much easier than what we do when we're in minor. I'm just going to rotate him a little bit and then come out here. Probably wants to be a bit further over there towards that truck. So he's going to run over here. He's sliding a little bit. Just rotate him that way. I'm actually in the cinematic viewport, so we're not getting any assistance here. If I go to the default viewport, you can see here there's a few cameras that have in from previous messing around. Get rid of those so it's nice and clear. There's one here as well, just the wrong one. So he runs over here and he's gonna stop and look up. So probably on his second, not even on his second. So say here he's gonna run that far and then he's gonna stop and look up. So I grab his animation, run, stop in place. Okay, so he's going to stop in place. Okay, so I need to stop his anim when he does that. So I had to keep him there and then get rid of this one so that he stops. He probably wants to just come a touch further over as he does that. He's also falling to the ground a little bit, so that's fine. So he's going to do-do-do-do-dum. Oh, there he is. Again, this is just going to be first pass because we probably want to mocap this, or at least export it when it's done and pass it to an animator. So, and we probably want to blend these two. So to do that, I'm going to overlap them here, and I'm going to do that. So we'll crossfade between them. I then want him to just kind of stand there for a second. He's going to look up. So yeah, animation idle. So that's the one I want. And again, we'll overlap them so we go from one to the other. However, I want him to be looking up here. I need an explosion, so let's get an explosion. Particles, particle systems, explosions large. Let's go to one of these large radials. There it is. That's a good one. Probably wants to be up here. I've done it again, so get that off the level. I did that straight into the level. You got to remember to put it down here first and then drag it down here and then up. So, running over, it's going to stop because he's seen this explosion, and so I'm going to add and attract the explosion. I'm going to go particle toggle and trigger and set a key. So now the explosion goes off. So if you just want to play it and see, it's probably a bit late, so we just move it over. Over he runs, boom, cool. See all these things coming off it, which is nice. So he does the idle. What he needs to do though is he needs to look up, and my idle doesn't include that. So I'm going to go to his animations, pick the idle, which is this one. We're going to duplicate it and name it idle look up. Okay, so this is the actual animation that we're inside now. I'm going to pause it, and at the start, I'm just going to grab his head. I'm going to set a key. Make him look up. I might just do it with his spine as well. Spine. Okay. So now the same idle and he's looking up. I'm going to save that. And then in here, I'm going to right click on this and go properties. Idle lookup. So now we run over here and he looks up at the explosion. That easy. So run again. Okay, so he's going to start running, but oh, that's a running jump, not a run. So let's go running 2 again. So he's going to start running again, but he's going to be on the spot. I've overlapped them so we get that blend. So there he goes. So from about here, he needs to be moving again. So again, keyframe on this. He's going to run over here. I'm probably going to rotate him a bit actually. Let's get him over here. No, that should be fine. So now he's going to start running again. Boom, boom. And then at this point he's going to go, we're going to get an animation of him. I've got a shoulder hit I downloaded for this. So he goes boom and falls back. So I kind of want it, that's the hit there, so definitely wants to be boom. Yeah, that'll do on it. And then he falls to the floor. And that's our little bit of action that we're going to shoot. So he runs over here, looks up at that, keeps running, boom. Again, very rough, but it's taken 10 minutes, so who cares? So then we go over here, we're going to get cinematics, and we're going to get some cameras. So probably want a camera, so again they come into the shot first, and then that means they're over here, so drag it out, pull it up here, twist it around. This is the view because I've got the camera selected. I can also right click and pilot it, and if I change back to cinematic viewport and go to our correct camera, which is this new one, I can put my hood on there, and so if that's the camera, he's going to come running out. We want to be at the point where he stops and looks up, right? I would say. So, and I'm also going to set us to a 27. I like a 27. Our focus method is on here. I'm going to pick manual. You can put the debug plane on, which is the purple plane. That's the point of focus, like that. So that's it, focused. You can pick tracking, and it would pick him out, but for some reason it tends to lose lose it when you come out of the sequence. I'm not sure why. It's something to look into. So he does that. I think we could be pulling with him. So we've got a transform track on the camera, and actually I think that could be frame by frame as well. But we could quite easily just be here, I guess, pulling with him. Maybe if we don't ease into that. So here are our animation curves. We'll not ease into that. In fact, maybe we'll just back an eye like that. Or go that way. There you go. Yeah, something like that. Again, first pass, what you're going to do, we'll press eject to come out of that and go back to our default viewport. So you see that's the camera we just set up. We're going to have another one, drop it down here, drag it over here, and I definitely want one that's over his shoulder looking at that explosion. Again, we can see it here if we wanted to. So let's see what that looks like. Play. We can't see the explosion and it's too early, probably. But that's fine, because when this is a separate shot, I can get this into the right place, but at the minute we're not seeing it through that camera. So that's fine, that one works okay. Probably want one on his boat. So what I can do is I can frame for his boat here. and then I can pick the camera that I just made. It's this one. I right click on it and I can go snap object to view, which brings it into the camera, into where we just put our viewport, which is nice. Place the camera as 3, and again, I'll do the, I'll pick him to show that, so track focus method, tracking, pick him, there he is, he's in view, he's still a little bit out of focus though, maybe we'll do manual, that's better. So, there he is. So that's another shot. Probably going to want to have something up here, probably, because he's going to start running again. He starts running, then he gets hit by that thing. So we want one that captures that for sure. So let's have one here. Snap object to view. Probably makes one a bit longer, maybe. Again, put my letterbox on. Let's focus him. Go. Oops. And what I'm going to do here on this one is I'm going to get a bit of debris. I've got some debris in my explosions pack, so debris, metal piece. That looks like it could be shrapnel, so that's fine, so let's do that. Bring him in here. Here he is. And I want to bring it up next to this camera so it flies straight past it. Okay. I can switch this to get local and world, but the same, which is annoying for that. So he definitely wants a key there, and he also definitely wants a key here. So let's check what that looks like. So again, pick that camera, then we'll see. There's your shrapnel. It's too early. It's too late, I should say. But that's fine. I can pick that again. Let's move the anim. So pick that. Boom. Just like that. That's cool. Obviously, we don't want it to be. He's in like that. So now I'm looking here at the viewport. Boom. It's cool. Let's see what it looks like here. Boom. Cool. It just needs to go straight through him, really. Oops. Boom. Yep. That's him shot. So let's watch that through our camera. Just check it. slightly annoying that when you change these modes, default and cinematic, it goes back to some of the random camera, but I'm sure we can report that as a bug. So yeah, that'll do. Let's just check it at speed. Oh, it's too slow. Right, that's fine. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Default. And then finally, let's have one more camera. Definitely one here to see him fall. A bit of a few more frames there. Doesn't trap my memories. It wants to be on the floor, and it also wants to be. I don't really like this. Oh, not that far out. Okay, so those are our 5 shots, I think. Maybe we should get a wide of the whole thing as well. So this. Pilot. Some weird up in there. For a wide, I'll probably go 21, maybe. These trees are in the way. I would suggest if I go to foliage mode, I can select one of them and just move it. Oops. Yeah. And we'll go cinematic because we want to be able to see without all this other stuff. So, play. Here he comes, he looks up at the explosion, runs in, whack, falls down. It seems pretty cool. Might just go, oh, I like that tree being there. That box. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? Maybe in this shot I'd make him clean of the truck maybe, but either way. So that's that. So now we've got a single shot, a single sequence I should say, or shot depending on which way you want to look at it. And what we're going to do now is just go I've got 25 minutes. I want to do it in half an hour, so we've got 5 minutes. This is shot 1, so I'm gonna copy this and paste it 6 times. I'm also going to get a new animation level sequence, so this will be our master sequence. If I open that up, that's completely clean again, it's a brand new one. We go 24, and we're going to bring these in one by one. So there's shot 1, and we click this. This button here always puts the current camera view on the viewer. There he is. He looks up. Let's go to 200 there. Okay. So that's all our coverage. We don't want that. This shot. So shot 2, what we haven't done yet. So shot 1 is fine. That's the correct camera. In shot 2, we need to specify what camera we want to use. So we want to use this one. So now when we go to our master sequence, our shot 2 is from the correct camera. Let's use this one. So we want to start that there. Right. Looks up. Then we cut to shot 2. Him looking up. Now the problem with shot 2 is you can see, and this is the end point now, but my explosion isn't in the scene, which is annoying. The other downside of this, and I'm not saying it's perfect, is that we need to trigger the explosion when it's actually in the edit. If we're editing live in Unreal, which we wouldn't, we would render all these out and then send them to the editorial. But for our sake, we do want to make sure that everything's just for this now. This explosion needs to be in the shot and needs to be having inside the frame range of the shot. So that's probably good enough. I'll just move it down a touch. There it is, right. So now we come back to master sequence. You can see here what we get is he runs over, looks up. Probably want a bit longer on that, and probably wouldn't want probably don't want him to move in that shot. So in this shot, I will kill the running at him. Extend that one. So now I don't know why it's still there. That's a balls. Oh, I do. It's just this key. So he doesn't want to move again. So there he goes. Right. Back to master sequence. There he is. That's definitely enough of that anyway. So run over, blah, blah. Shot 3. So again, shot 3, we want to make sure we've picked the right camera, which is this one. So that's all we want out of there. Probably not doing that. probably enough. Shot 4. Again, shot 4, we need to make sure we've specified that we want that shot there. So again, back to master sequence. So I want to let him leave frame in this. And then this is going to start around here. And about there. And then shot 5. I'm not going to use the wide at the minute. Again, shot 5 needs to be told which camera to use, so it's sequence 5. Master sequence. This a bit later. And did we end on the wide? Something like that. And then I just want to go to Steve, so we don't need to spring back to a T-pose there. So we just extend this. Actually no, we don't extend it because it's not a loop, so what we want to do is right click on it and go Properties, when finished, keep state. So now when it doesn't spring back to a T-pose after that. And there we go, so then our sequence looks like this. We go to the cinematic viewport and play. Obviously this is the first time watching the edit, so hopefully it makes sense. Bit too long there. Bit of a double cut, but you get the idea. And that took half an hour from scratch, and that's 260 frames Previs. That looks pretty good. So yeah, I mean, I just think that this is a revolution. I mean, I just think it's so much better than working in Maya. Maybe you agree, I don't know, but anyway, let me know.